Hello my dear students, once again welcome to your online mathematics class. So in the last class we have already completed the chapter trigonometry, which is the most important part of your mathematics syllabus, because without trigonometry you won't be able to solve the further questions on the derivatives and the calculus in your class 12 and as well as in class 11. So now we will be learning something from the section B as well. So there are three parts in mathematics: section A, section B and section C. Section A is compulsory for all of you, but whereas you have a choice in section B or section C. So we will choose to do section B because in section B we will be learning about the conics, which is quite easy for you to understand. So first, now coming to the chapter conics. So what does this word conic means? So you already have learned the chapter locus in your class 10. So what is the locus? So the locus, you have learned that it is the path traced out by a moving point. So now to define a conics, so a conics is a locus of a point, of a moving point P, okay, but with some restriction. So the restriction is, so this moving point P moves in such a way that the distance between another fixed point S, okay, so S is a fixed point, so it is a fixed point, okay, and there will be one axis or not axis, we call it a straight line, okay, which is known as directrix, okay, so this is a straight line. So the condition given is this moving point P moves in such a way that its distance from the fixed point S and the perpendicular distance from that line, suppose if this is M, okay, it always remains the same, that is, it remains constant. So this ratio is known as a eccentricity, which is given by E, okay, so E will be equals to the magnitude of PS divided by PM, okay, so we take the modulus. Mod here means only the positive values, okay, so this is known as eccentricity. So then any kind of curve or the conic traced out by this moving point is known as a conics, okay. So now if the ratios remain same, that means the distance PS is always equals to PM, then that is said to be a parabola, okay. So the eccentricity, so there are the three cases. So if E is equals to 1, then it forms a conic known as a parabola. So in parabola the value of eccentricity always remains 1. So the second is if the eccentricity is less than 1, okay, so that means if PS is smaller than the PM, then that conic is known as a ellipse, okay, so then that is known as a ellipse. And then the third case we have is when the PS is greater than PM, that means the eccentricity will be greater than 1. So in that case the conic is known as a hyperbola, okay. So we have three conics. One is the parabola, the other is the ellipse, and the third one is the hyperbola, okay. So in this portion we will be studying about the parabola, the ellipse and the hyperbola individually, okay. So we will begin with parabola. So to get the standard equation of a parabola, we start with, let the moving point be P, okay, whose coordinate is x comma y, okay. So let another fixed point be S, okay. So here in this case I consider this point as the fixed point to be laying on a x axis at a distance of a. So the coordinate of this S will be equals to a comma 0. So I also consider one straight line which is at a distance of a unit parallel to the y axis. So here it is minus a comma 0. So what will be the equation of this one? So you have already learned the equation of a straight line in class 10. So the equation of the line parallel to y axis and passing to the point minus a will be equals to x equals to minus a, or simply x minus a equals to 0. Oh sorry, x plus a equals to 0. So this is the straight line. So now according to the definition of parabola, what does it say? So in a parabola the distance PS will always be equal to the distance PM, the perpendicular distance, okay. So now to get the perpendicular distance, what we do, okay, suppose if you have a line here and a point P comma x y, And if you are asked to find the perpendicular distance from the given line, suppose if the equation of this line is ax plus by plus c equals to 0, then the distance pm is given by, so the pm is usually given by, it is ax plus by plus c divided by under root of coordinate of coefficient of a square plus the coefficient of b square plus the c square, okay, not c square plus c, so it will be a square plus the b square. So similarly here what do I do? So now we have the eccentricity, or simply we know that E is equals to here 1, okay. So what is the value of E? E is equals to PS divided by PM equals to 1. So this implies that what is PS now? Using the distance formula, I can write it as under root of x minus a whole square plus y minus 0 whole square equals to, now what will be the distance PM here? Using the same formula, it will be x plus a divided by under root of, here the coefficient of x is 1. So under root of 1 is 1 only. So still I write under root of 1 is 1. Now further simplifying this equation, or now what I do? I square both the sides. So squaring both the side, I get x minus a whole square plus y square will be equals to x plus a whole square. Okay. So on further simplification, I get, so it will be a square minus 2ax plus a square plus y square. On the other side, it is a plus b whole square, that is x square plus 2ax plus a square. So a square and a square cancel both the side, x square and x square cancel both the side, and if I take these minus 2ax to the other side, I get the equation y square is equals to 4ax, which is the standard equation of the parabola. So you must remember that the standard equation of the parabola will always be equals to y square equals to 4ax. Now we will be learning some of the definitions related to the parabola. So now as you can see that if you trace out the path of that moving point P, so we get the figure or a conic of this shape. Okay, so this is the shape of the parabola, and a fixed line is known as the directrix. Okay, so now there are some terms like first a chord. So what is a chord? A chord is a line that touches the parabola at 2 points. Like if I draw a line, suppose if I draw a line joining the two ends of the parabola like this. Okay, suppose it is x, not x, A and B. So this A and B is also known as a chord. So the second one we have is a focal chord. So what is a focal chord? So the focal chord is a chord which passes through the focus of the parabola. Now coming to this word focus, the focus is a point on a parabola, like that fixed point is known as a parabola. Okay, so here we had one a moving point and the other the fixed point. So that fixed point is known as a focus, and any chord passing to the focal chord is known as a latus rectum. Like if I, instead of going and B, so if I draw a line like this C, so this AC is known as a focal chord because it is passing to the focus. Now if this focal chord, if it is perpendicular to the axis of the parabola, okay, then that is known as a latus rectum. Like if I have this focal chord is perpendicular to the axis of the parabola, like L dash is known as a latus rectum. Okay, and another we have is the vertex. So if you are learning vertex, the axis. So what is the axis of parabola? The axis of the parabola is a straight line that divides the parabola into equal half. Okay, and what is the axis? Yes, axis is that point. And now coming to the vertex, what is a vertex? Vertex is a point when the axis and the parabola intersect each other. So here I have taken the vertex as the origin of the coordinate system. Okay, so these are the few terms that you have to remember while solving the problems on the parabola. So now you will be asked to find the length of the latus rectum, or sometimes you will be asked to find the vertex, sometimes you will be asked to find the focus. So in that case there is some way to remember what are the length, vertex, axis and the focus of the given parabola. So the standard equation of the parabola we have is y square is equals to 4ax. Okay, so in this equation, okay, so this is the equation of the, we call is a positive parabola. So it is the positive parabola because the parabola is on the positive x-axis. Okay, so similarly we will have a negative parabola on the negative x-axis. We will have the y-axis parabola, positive side will have the y-axis negative side as well. Like I can draw another parabola of this form. Okay, I can also draw a parabola in a positive y-axis. Okay, I can also draw a parabola in a negative y-axis. So in that case, the parabola will take a different forms or the different equations. Like in case of the parabola, if it is on a negative x-axis, then the equation will be y square is equals to minus 4ax. Okay, simply a minus. Now if the parabola is on the positive y-axis, okay, then the equation takes of the form x square is equals to 4ay. And if it is a downward parabola, okay, then it is x square is equals to minus 4ay. Okay, very simple. Okay, so these are the four kinds of parabola, okay, facing towards the four different axes in a given coordinate system. So now let us try to remember some of the points regarding these four kinds of parabola. So the first one, the positive. So this parabola is of like this kind. The negative parabola, I have the upward parabola facing upward, and I have a downward parabola facing downward like this kind. Okay, so in this case, so if it is a positive parabola, so the axis, so I have the equation here for the parabola. So each kind of parabola I have represented by the equation at the top. Okay. So now what we have is, so the first one, so the axis of the parabola, as the positive x-axis is y equals to 0. For this also y equals to 0, and for that it is x equals to 0, and for the negative it's the same, that is the x equals to 0, that is the y-axis. Now the directrix, in this case the first one, this parabola is x equals to minus a. Simply here it is x equals to a, there it is y equals to a, and the last one is y equals to minus a. Now coming to the vertex, since origin is the vertex of all of these parabolas, so therefore the vertex will be equals to 0, 0. Now coming to the focus, so here the focus lies on the positive x-axis, so therefore the focus is a, 0, there it is minus a, 0, here I have, it will be 0, a, and there it will be 0, minus a. Now coming to the length of the lattice rectum in all of these four parabolas, so we have 4a. Okay, so the 4a will be the length of the lattice rectum in all of these kind of parabola. So apart from this parabola, we have the other parabola as well. Okay, the general form of parabola, like when the vertex does not lie in the origin. So that will be continuing in the next class. So till then, please revise again and again whatever we have learned in the today's video, so that it will be easier for you to understand the rest of the conic section. Thank you.